everyone, welcome back to the Evocative Gamers Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how Disney is potentially going to destroy Fortnite, take a look at the world's worst video games ever made, and maybe Danny might have gotten a little glimpse of a feature Lego set coming out of San Diego's Comic Con. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and let's get into today's episode. Danny, let's open up with the last part. How was Comic Con?
Comic Con was pretty awesome. I mean,
First time, second time?
first time ever. But this is my hot take. WonderCon is better.
WonderCon is better. And for those people like me that don't know what WonderCon is.
WonderCon is under the same parent company of Comic Con. So Comic Con San Diego owns WonderCon.
Okay.
And so WonderCon is a smaller Comic Con in Anaheim.
Really?
The Anaheim Convention Center. And I go to that one every year.
I've never even heard of WonderCon.
Right,
Is it in the similar vein of nerds and
same
movies
thing.
and stuff?
It's exactly the same as Comic Con, except smaller, and in my opinion,
Better. How does WonderCon, Comic Con compare to Anime Expo?
I've never been to Anime Expo, but I heard it's super packed. So that's one of the reasons why I like WonderCon better. Comic Con was pretty cool to see all the panels. Well, I didn't go to any panel. We didn't have time for that. We were just in the exhibit hall looking at all the new stuff. And
Did you pick up any merch? Any cool swag?
I got this cool thing right here. It was like $28 collectible from Iron.
Wait, you bought swag? You're not supposed to buy swag. That's not how it works.
I buy swag. So I got that. That was pretty cool.
No, you're supposed to get the swag for free. That's how like half my closet is made up of free swag.
So I will say there wasn't that much cool free stuff. I do have a free, Aliens, like Aliens and Predator.
Yeah, that old, like early 2000s stuff.
Yeah, they have a new TV show coming out, so they have a free notebook. That's the only free thing I have. So I have a cool notebook.
Half of those notebooks there are all like swag. Half my world is literally swag.
So this is how it was, Alex. You go in, it's packed. It's Thursday, and it's already kind of packed. I'm like, all right, but we can walk. And we go straight to the back, and we do the whole exhibit hall one time. Just quick run through, see everything. All of the Comic-Con exclusives already sold out. People already ran in line and bought everything that's exclusive. So my Jessica and Juan were just walking back and forth, just looking at everything and buying little things like this whenever the line's not that big. So I'm like, let's wait here. And I thought it was cool. But Friday was a monster, dude. You couldn't even take a full step. You couldn't move. You see something, the crowd's kind of pushing you. And then we had kind of a big party. It was me, Jessica, her girlfriend, Juan, and Jeff, Juan's friend. We're like getting pushed along, and someone's like, "Oh, wait, I'm gonna look at this," and like we can't just stop, because we're like, "Wait, where?" So yeah, I don't know. It was really hard to like.
Less than ideal. Yeah, I used to live in San Diego, and my coworkers used to take like the week off to go out there too.
Yeah,
I never got the hype. I go to conferences mainly. I go to a lot of conferences, but I mainly go to the expo, but also for the free swag. So I think you're just doing it wrong.
Yeah, I think the panels are something I want to do next year if I go. I didn't do any panels, but for example, one panel was the South Park creators talking about that first episode that came out recently for the new season. Did you hear about that?
Mm.
South Park, so they made a deal with Paramount for $1.3 billion, I think it was. And they said, all right, you paid for the season? Cool. We're going to make the first episode. The first episode, all it did, completely destroy Trump. So Trump's presidency, his whole cabinet wants to sue and take it down and all this stuff. And South Park,
I did see that.
And South Park creators like, well, you already paid us, so do whatever you want.
I did see that. Yeah, that was one of the big things that I saw this weekend. Okay.
One of the most intense episodes ever. It's like, it really was funny. But that's something that happens at Comic-Con, right? At one of the panels. Big things like that. Peacemaker 2 was announced. That's going to be cool. And so I didn't do any of that. We just went to shop and look at the collectibles.
Yeah, I saw the Lawrence brothers were in town.
The who?
The Lawrence brothers, Joey, Matt, and I forget the other name of the other one. You never watched any of the Lawrence brothers stuff?
No.
Man, you are not a '90s kid.
I'm like, who? Who are you talking about?
I forget that you're 6 years younger than me. They used to be
I,
big on Disney Channel. They had a couple of Disney Channel movies.
Lawrence Brothers. Is that what
Yeah,
it's called?
you never heard of them?
No.
Well, I mean, Lawrence Brothers, like Disney Channel movies, they had. Let's find out what they had. This. I mean, you're talking my childhood. I hadn't seen those guys since the good old days. They made Horse Sense, Jumping
Hmm.
Ship with the three of them. Um, there used to be. I think one of them used to be in Boy Meets World, and then Melissa and Joey is one of the newer ones. But yeah, these are the Lawrence Brothers. Oh, and the other me, which is this guy. He was
They
in
look
the.
a
I haven't seen
little
him in a long time.
familiar. Okay. They look a little familiar. I might have caught them at the end there.
Did you take pictures with any celebs?
No, I didn't. I just took a picture with Kaiju number 8 statue because we didn't really stop. I did see you don't like anime, but there's this one anime voice actress and she was there. And I'm like,
I wouldn't say I don't like anime. I just don't like cartoons. Anime happens to fall under that category.
well, chill out, buddy. Too many hot takes in a row. So then
This
yeah,
is
I
why
saw
you
her.
don't
She was
like
pretty
cel
cool.
shaded graphics. They make games look like cartoons.
Yeah, I saw Todd McFarlane, the guy that created Spawn. He was there in the panel. The guy that did Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, but it was cool.
Wait, did you
I
see
like
that
one
in Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah, I saw him. He was eating at his hotel.
Yeah, he was making a TikTok while eating about the people waiting outside line to go see him.
I saw the line. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Comic-Con was pretty cool. I like the prestige of it. I don't think I'd do it again though. I'd rather because it's like a day trip for us.
How did you get involved with this though? Because it's almost impossible to get tickets. So what was that story?
My uncle's friends they've been working for Comic-Con for I think it was since 2007. So
Okay.
what they do is they host a panel where they match together artists and writers to create comics.
Okay.
So they do like a speed dating thing. So my job, so I got the pass because I worked for them. And I was just an usher trying to like facilitate the exchange every 2 minutes. Like, all right, switch. And then sometimes these guys talk so much, it's like, dude, move. Like you're holding up the line. So it's pretty cool. It's called Comic Connect. And well, the cool part is if they were to connect on their panel, in this activity, and then create a comic, and they come back and tell them over email, "Hey, we made a comic, and thanks to you guys," they will get them a booth in Comic-Con. So it's like an incentive to like jumpstart your comic career. And it's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool comic books that came out of them.
Nice. Okay. So let's switch gears. I wanted to start off with our headliner, right? Of why I think Disney is going to destroy Fortnite. And just to recap for viewers, let me pull up this article, right? So Disney, what was it? Maybe 6 months ago? Less than 6 months ago?
For sure around December.
So about 6 months ago.
January or November.
Yeah, so I'll bring this article up. So about February 7th. Ooh, 2024. That was a year ago.
Awkward. I knew it was a while because I'm like, I've seen
18 months ago.
I thought the Incredicar already show up. And I'm like, that's interesting.
There was a newer announcement that must have been made more recently.
Probably.
But anyways, so Disney and Epic Games are teaming up, right, to create this expansive and open games environment where basically they're bringing the best of Disney's intellectual property of IP into the wonderful world of Fortnite. I got almost that backwards. And it's going to be an interesting mashup, right?
There already is some evidence. There are skins out.
We got the Star Wars stuff, right?
We have Invisible Woman. Incredible Woman. What's her name? From the Incredibles. Miss
Elastigirl.
Junior's favorite skin, by the way. I don't know why, but he's always staring up.
Does he know that he could be Mr. Fantastic or whatever?
What do you mean, the stretchy guy?
Reed Richards is the same thing as Elastigirl, but in male form.
Yeah, I guess, but I think Junior just likes the dump truck on her.
To each his own, I suppose. To each his own.
But you can play as some of those characters already, and the cars and other accessories have already come out too. So
Yeah. Well, here's where I'm worried, right? So, I this mashup has not been around for a while, and I wanted to pause that for a second while we talk about Disney Infinity because Disney has been in the video game market for many, many, many years. In fact, I was 5, 6 years old when the Toy Story game for Super Nintendo for the SNES came out that I owned.
hmm.
And I think I have an Aladdin game for the SNES. So this Nintendo and Disney had a pretty strong partnership, and Disney has been having some sort of video game division for many, many, many years. And then they made Disney Infinity. This came out in 2013. Did you ever get a chance to play it?
No, but I remember stocking it in Target.
So the premise of this game was you had this disc. I don't know if I have a picture of it here, but you have a disc for the Disney Infinity, and on that disc, here we go. This is a pretty good picture, right? You get a couple of characters who are very much like Amiibo,
Mhm.
and then you'd get this like power up and or power ups, and then like the actual level or the play sets. And the interesting thing about this game was that it became a very expensive game very, very, very quickly because as you can see, each one of these is like a little um, piece that you can buy. And in order for you to play that character, this was before, I guess, DLC, because you would have to physically buy the character to then enable that character in your game. And then if you wanted to physically enable a map or a level, you'd have to buy the level piece and then put it on the mat, and then you'd be able to play that level. Right. And this was a very popular game. Disney Infinity sold very, very, very well. And it was made by the makers of Hogwarts, the latest Hogwarts game.
Hmm.
So it's made by a somewhat reputable brand there of developers. But Disney killed it. Disney killed it off in 2016 and just they were doing really well, selling billions of dollars. And one day they killed it.
Why?
It's not known. They demolished the studio completely and they just stopped. The Disney Infinity was on they had 3 generations that came out, and it was a seller. It was selling really well, but it was competing with Skylanders. I'm sure you remember the game Skylanders
Mhm.
and Lego Immersions or something like that. Dimensions, Lego Dimensions, which were basically there was three between Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, and Skylanders. There was 3 games. Oh, and Amiibos. There was 3 games plus Amiibos that were just like it was costing you thousands of dollars just to buy it. So at some point, parents just were like, no, no more. Although I do
Mhm.
have a nice wall of a bunch of Amiibos and Disney Infinity characters that I've owned.
Cool.
But that's not the worry. That's not why I'm worried about Disney ruining Fortnite. The reason I'm worried is because, and I'm going to see if it's in this article here within Wikipedia. But essentially, you have the way it worked is you had playsets, right? And so you had playsets for Pirates, Monsters, Incredibles, Cars, Lone Ranger, and Toy Story. The problem was though, if you wanted to be Woody inside of Monsters Inc., they wouldn't allow that. Your characters could not cross pollinate. And here it is right here. Right? The playsets have their own unique campaign, which can be played up to 2 players. All characters from a specific franchise can only play in their respective playset. For example, Mr. Incredible can't be used in Pirates, meaning that 2 figures from the same series are required to play the playset multiplayer. However, Marvel and Star Wars playsets, excluding had crossover champion coins, which enabled the use of certain characters from different playsets. So, my question that I'm going to have here for you as we go back to full screen is what's going to happen? Like, since Disney's investing what $1.5 billion or something like that, it's not a small number, right? But Fortnite has its unique culture. And in corporate world, we see this a lot, right? We have you ever heard of a M&A, mergers and acquisition?
Mhm.
So companies usually have a culture, and then when they get acquired by somebody, that culture usually clashes with there's a clash of the cultures. One usually loses, usually the one that got bought out loses, and nothing's ever the same. And I'm fearful that the Disney culture will invade the Fortnite culture in a way that'll be detrimental to the Fortnite brand because the Disney brand is 10 times more recognizable than the Fortnite brand. But what are your thoughts about that?
I feel like if we would have already seen a culture shock like that, it would have been way before acquisition back in 2018, 2019, whenever the Marvel skins first started coming out, because that's Disney, and they were playing nice,
Yes,
and they've been playing nice since then.
but the
It's been
stakes are
some
low
years.
there. But the stakes are low, right? You have you won't confuse. You would not confuse a Fortnite map with the skins. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It would be very confusing if the Fortnite map was Frozen's land, and all of a sudden you have Toy Story in the world of Frozen.
I don't know, because the map does change towards characters. So we had a Pirates of the Caribbean mix. We had a Daily Bugle area, like Metropolis looking thing, but for Spider-Man. We've had
But during Spider-Man, did you have Disney crossovers? Or not? I guess Spider-Man's technically Disney, but you have the crossover across.
Yeah, they weren't there yet. But the map does change. And like, let's say, for example, Frozen, in winter, they really could put it, and I mean, it's not like to say they wouldn't, but they could put the castle there and somewhere you can fight and take down and stuff like that. You know?
But they could. But see, this is theoretical. But I'm afraid that what if they don't allow it?
But they have been allowing it. You can look up the Pirates of the Caribbean POI, point of interest. It's Pirates of the Caribbean Disney. That was already in the map, and everyone played nice, and it actually changes throughout this whole season. So it's like not even just a static thing that they don't let change. It's pretty cool. So look at Pirates of the Caribbean POI Fortnite.
Let me look at images. I don't want to look at all videos. So we have pirates here. Now, where's the crossover of a non-pirates?
A non-pirate one at the same map?
Yeah.
What was it?
Because I saw that so this is what I'm saying. Like,
I think it was Avatar.
As long as there's no blurring of the brands, I think Disney's okay. But the moment that you have a blurring, right? If you had Elsa all of a sudden here, that's where I think we start drawing lines.
But I think if I'm correct, no, this is years ago. It was Avatar: The Last Airbender, Pirates, and then like Baymax, and then like it's just a bunch of random ones all together. That's what they do. That's why I don't think there's a fear of crossovers, like merging lines. I don't think it's like Kingdom Hearts or where everyone has their own little area. It's already been kind of merged.
I don't know, because I'm not seeing screenshots first. I'm not 100% convinced by you.
Like, how about you play the damn game? Come on, dude. How many times I got to convince you?
Dude, the moment I figure out how to play Fortnite, I will play Fortnite.
All right, let's play right now.
Because I do not know how to play this thing. It doesn't make sense to me, and I don't want to. Why can't they just have a toy box world like Disney Infinity where you just play and have fun?
They do have
like
that.
Why does the map have to shrink on you? And why do you have to kill people? Why can't you just like go and hang out?
You could do that.
You keep saying you can, but every time I'm playing Fortnite, there's a timer and there's a wall, and then there's other people killing me, and then I'm staring at a blank screen 30 seconds into the game.
Do you have your computer right now? Can you open Fortnite right now and stream it?
No, I'm gonna. Fortnite doesn't work on Macs, does it?
You could. Yeah, Apple has it now.
I don't know, Danny. I think that if Disney, I think just to stick back to the bigger picture, I think that Epic Games has to be very careful and cautious because Disney is hyper protective of their brand.
I don't know. People had the fear when
and he leaves. We'll pause here while Danny figures out how to get back in here. Wrong red button.
I think I just closed all of them down when I was trying to close down Fortnite or the Fortnite screen. Anyways, I think Disney had they already had a chance to show they weren't going to play a game when they released Cruella, Maleficent, and Hook. They were the first 3 Disney characters, not Marvel or anything, like pure Disney, to come out in Fortnite. Now, everyone was saying, when these skins come out, will they be able to hold guns? That was like a whole thing. It's like, yo, Disney character Elsa holding a gun, Maleficent holding a gun. There's, I don't know, and you can hold guns. So I think they'll play game. You know what I mean?
Again, but this is why I'm okay. Like, I don't think that that's the same. I don't think we're comparing that on the same level because having Elsa holding a gun, cool. Like they showed in the trailer, they showed some weird looking squid looking thing holding Thor's hammer. It's what happens when you're in like on Mater, riding around Mater as Elsa.
Well, you can drive the Incredicar as Maleficent.
Can you right now?
Yeah, the car came out like 5 months ago.
I don't.
So the Cars crossover has not released yet. It's been delayed many, many times. I don't know why. But Baymax is a Disney character, and you can also drive a credit card with Baymax.
Okay.
So
So that's getting better, but still, now would you be able to drive an Incredicar with Baymax in Metropolis?
yeah, you're gonna go anywhere you want on the map. What is it gonna be like? No, hold up, buddy.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that's the
Back
argument
to
I'm
the
making.
lobby, switch your skin, and then come back over here.
That's kind of what I'm kind of arguing that it's gonna be like in Wreck-It Ralph where Penelope can't exit the game. Like there's gonna be like an invisible force where you're like, I can't cross over to the other land.
No, so the way the Fortnite map works is it's a big old circle. This is imagine circle.
The way
and
it works today is what you're describing.
the way it's been working with Disney POIs is what I'm going to describe.
Yes, but not the way you've been working at it with Disney $1.5 billion investment and I want things my way, Disney.
That was 2 years ago. This has already happened. What do you mean?
No, because
the money's already been used.
Well, money's being used, but the world that they've described isn't out yet.
It's not out yet, but I promise you they're not going to make any restrictions. Fortnite is the one that broke restrictions when it came to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo crossover play.
I get that, Danny, but I think you're missing my argument that I'm making.
That's your argument. I just think your mindset is still back in the old days when you couldn't do stuff.
My mindset is, and you have this company who's super protective of their intellectual property.
Yeah.
And the view in which it is looked at. And the reason that one of the reasons why Disney Infinity didn't grow as much as it could have was because of these restrictions that Disney had in place.
Yeah.
And so they already have a track record of protecting that IP. And when you come over to Fortnite and you come with money that Epic Games wants and needs to survive, you kind of get to be the new sheriff, right? When you come with that much money, you get to start saying how things happen.
I don't know. I don't think so, personally. Only because they have Master Chief, they got God of War, they have all these people. Sony invested money. All these people also invested money, and everyone is throwing their hand in the ring, you know? It's not just Disney being they don't own the majority of it.
Here's an article that I just found that we should go look at.
From comicbook.com.
Title is video game maker Epic Games gains much from deal with Disney. And I'm going to zoom in for everybody. So much has been made of how Disney's recent $1.5 billion stake in privately held Epic Games will help the House of Mouse expand its brand into video games. But the deal is also very good for Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite and Gears of War, as well as 3D engine technology. In a press release announcing the deal, Epic Games co-founder or CEO and founder Tim Sweeney said, "Deal will help us build a persistent, open, and interoperable system." That's the word
that will bring together the Disney and Fortnite communities, and that's the word that I'm telling you. Just read the whole sentence.
I know. I
was drinking water.
I'm drinking water. Relax.
When you're done with that one, there's a comicbook.com article about Disney times Fortnite you should check out because it draws comparisons to Disney Infinity. So
I'm telling you, Danny, looking, Disney's a 100-year-old company.
Check this out, Alex. A tweet by Hypex. These guys are the number one
Where are you
Fortnite
pointing at?
leakers. So
What
comic
am I Googling?
Google. Will Fortnite allow Disney IP to mix? Go down, gcomicbook.com. Keep going.
Juicy comic book?
I don't know what you're looking at. Comicbook.com right there. Boom.
There we go. It's been over a year since Disney first announced a massive collab. Fortnite owner, the partnership centers on creating a new Disney universe within Fortnite, creating a massive game mode for Disney characters and content. We don't know that Disney revealed more details about what it will look like when gamers finally get to experience it for themselves. The info comes into recent. During the show holder meeting, Disney had plenty to share, including plans of Coco 2. Okay, yeah, the new CEO's plans. Notably described the entire entertainment universe in parallel with Fortnite. While Disney characters have appeared in other Fortnite, this new project will likely be a spin off game mode like Lego Fortnite. This new Fortnite universe will include the ability to play various Disney games, as well as create your own for those enjoying. All right, in addition to the ways Fortnite X
Hey, don't
and the
skip
Disney.
that tweet. Go up a little bit.
Oh, new Disney Fortnite info: ability to buy digital and physical goods, ability to play and create Disney and Fortnite games, described as absolutely stunning and an entire. Okay, but none of this tells me if I can't cross pollinate the brands, dude.
I'm going to tell you can. It's just like Lego Fortnite.
Lego's not as anal as Disney is when it comes to their intellectual property. Nothing that I'm seeing here is telling me that Disney's going to be open to that level of interoperability.
I will bet you your house times 2 because you already owe me one.
Can I redeem my house and get it back if I'm?
Yeah, you can have your house back if you win, but I'll bet you your house times another one that you're wrong and it's going to be interoperable and it's going to be awesome.
I am pessimistic about. I don't see Disney playing nicely like that.
I just feel like they wouldn't invest so much money if they won't and play nicely.
But I just feel like they would though, Danny, because they do it at the parks, right? Like that's why every land is themed, and you don't see the characters out of place. That's why you
Yeah,
don't
but the
see
parks is
somebody.
also.
That's why you don't see somebody from Tomorrowland walking through Fantasyland.
So why would they not just make their own game instead of going to
Because they
Fortnite?
in 2016, so in 2016 when they dismantled, was it Respawn Games, makers of Disney Infinity, Avalanche Software. So Avalanche Software was like the development branch that was dedicated, like was owned by Disney. Like they made the Disney games. Like that was the developer shop that Disney used because Disney doesn't really do software very well if you've ever used Disney Plus. And so, but they got out of the game. Like Disney Infinity was the last time that they were in it, and then they decided to pivot in 2016. And it wasn't until my homeboy Bob Iger brought this whole Fortnite thing back. Disney, I don't think is capable. They had Disney Infinity and they handicapped it.
I think they learned from their lesson. They went to the right people that likes crossovers. Fortnite is all about crossovers. It's literally what it is. That's what
But
makes
it
it
is
different from
everything
everything
Disney
else.
does not represent.
Then why would they pair with them and not go somewhere else? I'm telling you, they changed. It's like James Gunn's at the helm now. It's completely different. It's not the same Disney.
It's not the same.
It's a metaphor. I know he's at DC, but I'm saying it's a whole new person driving this ship, dude.
But it's still the same Bob.
It's Bob, but James Gunn is the one directing this movie. And it's gonna be a really good Guardians compared to the other shitholes that they were making.
But Bob let James leave. So
That's
not
his
a good
fault.
analogy.
I know. Well, I'm telling you
I'm
right now, everything's gonna be fine.
And I'm telling you right now, when this major new version of Fortnite drops, which here we are 18 months later and we still got nothing on it. when it drops, I would suspect that there's going to be hard limits in place.
I don't know. I just don't see it because there's even Lego. I mean, Lego and Disney play well together, right?
I mean, not really.
Because in Fortnite Lego, you can play the Disney skins that are released in Lego form, and they're mixing left and right.
Maybe, but it's so Disney's very protective, Disney's very protective of when you can confuse their brands. So, for example, you're not allowed to sell Mickey Mouse ears outside Disney. Like nobody's allowed to sell them, right? And if you make a knockoff, as long as it doesn't look like Mickey Mouse ears, you're fine. And so you are not allowed to make a product that will confuse the consumer. That's like Disney's hard rule. And I would suspect that a kid looking at Elsa riding inside of Mr. Incredible's car through Metropolis is gonna confuse the crap out of any person. And I don't think they're gonna allow that.
I guess time will tell. And I'm about
And
to
we'll
get
tell.
something else.
So in the comments down, let me know who you think is right or wrong, and what side of the
Negative
argument.
Nancy or me, James.
Danny, I am coming at this from a corporate perspective, though. Like I'm
Yeah, but I'm
telling you,
coming at this from the guy that's been playing the game for about almost 10 years now. Telling you, dude, the game does not have limits, and there's no way you can implement limits like that.
the game does not have limits today. Have
The
you not
game-
seen what? Have you heard of Southwest Airlines? Have you seen?
Yeah, but they're not Southwest Airlines. If Fortnite
No.
is not a dying.
Did you hear what happened in Southwest Airlines?
What happened in Southwest?
Okay, have you ever flown on Southwest?
No, I don't fly in Southwest. I only go American. Kidding. They both suck.
Southwest has had two big benefits. Number one, your bags fly free.
Perfect.
Okay, every airline in the world charges you for bags, and Southwest was their tagline on the bottom of every plane was, "And your bags fly free." 2 check bags every person, plus 2 carry-on items. So a total of 4 bags: a backpack, a small carry-on, and 2 big 50-pound bags. Every ticket, every way. Second, no assigned seating. So as a family of 5, you can guarantee that you're sitting next to each other because there's no assigned seating, right?
Mhm.
And Southwest, that was the DNA, that was the culture, that is what defined Southwest for decades. Okay, and private investment came through and said we need to make more money. And Southwest, in like October of last year, makes a public announcement when this private investment comes in and says we are not going to change our corporate principles. Free bags and unassigned seating is part of our DNA. It is part of our culture. It is who we are as a company.
Yeah.
Fast forward to March, end of March, Southwest is like, about that, we're gonna start charging you for bags, and starting 2026, you gotta pick a seat. And it takes one person with money to tell another company you must change your way because you've taken my money. And Fortnite is in a very dangerous position to be taking external money. Because if that external money wants something done a little bit different, then they will have to comply. And the game that you belovedly love so much, hence the title, why I think Disney will destroy Fortnite, can be a reality.
I do not believe so. Because
But you see
Disney
it
does
over
not
and over
own
through
that
the
much.
last 100
You
years
got
of companies.
Sony, you have Tencent. All these people own a lot of pieces of Fortnite. So it's not just Disney implementing their own rules. You got a lot of other companies here.
But it's a numbers game, Danny. Who owns
Disney
the
does not own the
majority?
most.
Huh?
Look how much they only own, like 10% or 15.
But they own more than anybody else.
No, I think Sony's equal, actually. Look it
No.
up. I'll bet you. Let me get
Better
3
go back and look it up.
Or Tencent for sure owns like 49% or something huge. So
Look up Epic Games. Ownership.
put it on the big screen, buddy.
I'm coming.
I want to see this.
Tencent holds 40%.
Told you.
Disney holds
9%. I told you.
Okay. Sony has 5.4.
Okay.
Who the heck is Tencent?
Do you know who Tencent is? The biggest freaking company in China that's buying up all these games? Actually,
Oh
you
man,
should
that's
be
gonna be a
like modeling
different
your life
problem.
after.
Oh
They
my
own
gosh,
everything.
that's
Yes.
gonna be an even bigger problem. Donnie finds out about this. Forget about your Fortnite. Not as Disney's not gonna destroy Fortnite. the
Yeah,
the current administration is gonna ban Fortnite from being played.
Tencent has all their hands in every huge game.
Yeah, until Donald Trump finds out that Tencent owns 40% of Fortnite, it's curtains for Fortnite.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh man, that's gonna be a bigger problem than Disney.
I'm telling you, dude. Or Disney's not gonna make all the rules. They barely own anything.
I'm not saying they're gonna make all the rules. I'm gonna say they're gonna heavily influence. 10% is a big sway, dude.
It's 9, by the way. Just
Whatever.
kidding.
Reportedly around. It's around. So 10%.
Tencent's not. It's a whole different issue. You should actually look into them. I've seen a couple of video essays on them, and it's pretty interesting.
I think this is gonna be a bigger problem. I don't know what Tim Sweeney's thinking here. Current administration and Chinese ownership like that. Ooh.
I think Tencent owns. Gosh, sorry. How much does Tencent own of Microsoft?
They own
Yeah,
Riot Games?
they own a lot of games. Yeah, there you go. They own a lot of games.
Activision Blizzard?
Told you. There you go. That's a Microsoft part. Supercell, which is I think where they started. That's Clash of Clans.
WeChat? Snap? Oh boy.
Oh,
We're
Arena
screwed.
Valley. They own Battlegrounds, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and Ubisoft, and Call of Duty Online.
Who is this? Tencent?
Yeah, I got your gears pretty interested now. Huh? I'm telling you, if you want to talk business, here you go. You go figure that out for me.
Well, this is not even business now. This is straight up politics. What the current administration is doing to protect the America is jeopardized by this.
Nah, 40% is not 50. We're fine.
40% is not 50. You're right, and you need 51%. But look at the battle between TikTok and what's going on there.
We're just gonna get a new TikTok. I heard it's already gonna go away. We're gonna get an American TikTok.
Yeah, so this I'm telling you, if Donnie had 5 minutes to look into this is a deal
He's too
breaker.
busy hiding his Epstein files, bro.
I'm just telling you, the moment that Donald Trump realizes that one of the world's largest video game vendor owns 40% of the world's largest video game, we're gonna have a problem. The moment that there's a Donald like crossover and like you got Donald in the game, like South Park, then we're in trouble.
Like South Park and Jesus, that was intense, bro. That last scene, like, it's not even South Park anymore. It's a freaking real life show.
All right. And now to end this episode, I want to look at there's a list of the worst video games ever. And
Right.
it ranges back all the way to 1982. And I
Let's go
wanted to
2010s. No, let's go 2000s. Let's go where we grew up.
I think E.T. is a notable
Oh, that's a
1980s.
huge failure. Mhm.
And so this one deserves a little 10 seconds here because in case you missed it, and I have this episode or this magazine of EGM where they talked about it, but E.T. was this game that was so bad that they were buried in a landfill in New Mexico after they failed to sell.
Yeah, they thought it was going to do a lot because the movie was really good, but that game just sucked.
Yeah. And so Danny's asking us to let's move on to the 2000s. So we wanted to see how many of these games from 2000 going forward did Danny and I either play or owned. And so we're just going to scroll down through this list and see if we had any of these. And we'll start off with Mortal Kombat. First of all, I hated Mortal Kombat. I was Street Fighter die or ride type of thing. Ride or die with Street Fighter.
I think me, Junior, and Adam liked Mortal Kombat Injustice. Do you remember that? The DC crossover. That's the first Mortal Kombat game I owned.
Well, but Injustice I wouldn't classify it as Mortal Kombat.
No. There's a Mortal Kombat with the DC universe right before Injustice came out. That was just Injustice.
Mm.
Do you remember that
Yeah, I
crossover? It was
remember you
called,
played a lot of Injustice.
no, before Injustice though.
Even before that?
It was Mortal Kombat and Disney DC thing. So that was my first one. But
Yeah. Okay. No, I remember seeing Mortal Kombat on the Genesis, and I never got into it other than the finish him.
that was the best part. Mortal Kombat came into Fortnite recently too, so
But other than I don't think I own any Mortal Kombat. I did
I did not
I
own
seen
any of
people
that.
play it, but I didn't care for it.
Yeah, me
Simpsons
neither.
Wrestling. I had a couple of Simpsons games from this time frame, like
Not that one.
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run was really good.
Hit and Run was really good. They had two though that we had. No, we had the Hit and Run and
Another one that Christina liked. I forgot what the other one was. It's like a Sims almost.
yeah, I gotta go look at it, but I had it. But I never had this one. Here's another Mortal Kombat. I didn't have this one. I avoided game like movie games as much as
License
possible.
games, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of stayed away from Batman's and stuff. Like other Spider-Man was the only one that was like classic, like awesome.
Right from the movie. It was perfect.
Tomb Raider. I never
never
was into Tomb Raider.
Me neither.
Never did Drake and the 99 Dragons. Big rigs, over the road racing. Never did that. Although I will tell you that American Trucking Simulator is one of the best games ever.
You like the airplane simulator, so I can see that.
The Guy game.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of
Prime
this.
developer.
Look at that. Metro, yeah.
What the? Wait. Go away. One sentence to your left. Go back up.
Many of, oh my gosh. So this is funny. When I was in like 8th grade, Dave Mirra's BMX had come out.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. And the Xbox had Dead or Alive.
Oh, the swimsuit edition?
No, Dead or Alive had like naked mode.
Dang.
Like topless mode. And then Dave Mirra's BMX had like a naked mode as well too.
Back when
Like,
that was allowed.
yeah. Although with GTA 6, God knows what they're gonna put in that game. Lula 3D, the adult adventure game. Okay, I did not know. Sometimes you forget that games are not usually always made for 10-year-olds and they're made for like 30, 50-year-olds people.
Jeez. Ninja Bread, man.
Never heard of this one either.
I think I've seen Bomberman X-Zero. I think I wanted it.
I've seen a Bomberman game, but not this one.
All right. I own Sonic the Hedgehog.
But not this one.
I own that one. That's the one with the princess. Yep. People didn't like it because he kissed a girl, like a human princess kissed her.
Really?
And it was a weird story, and the camera angle sucks and all that. But I had it.
This would have been after Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
I bought every Sonic after Sonic Adventure, hoping they brought back the Chow Garden, and I still buy every Sonic, hoping they bring back the Chow Garden.
I remember the Chow Garden.
So I bought this one. I had it because I wanted a Chow Garden. There was no Chow Garden.
There's no Chow Garden. I missed those. Leisure Suite Larry. Box office. What the hell is this?
Yeah. Stalin versus Martians. Hell yeah. What's your
Nope.
5-year plan, homie?
Nope, never done that. Rogue Warrior. Never.
2010s. What? Final Fantasy 14, the biggest game ever? I know they had to redo it and they re-released it and it was a lot better.
I own Final Fantasy 7 and all I did was take off the wrapper.
I have
like,
the remake and I did too. Like I took it off and
like 5 discs. I didn't have no time for that. Everything looked like a Gumby episode.
You haven't played the remake? It's good. I have it on Steam. If you want to
Does it still look like Gumby?
4K, dude. Cloud in 4K. It's crazy.
I never heard of this one, and I thought I had every rhythm game made in the 2010s.
That looks pretty lame.
Postal 3, nope. Flat Out 3.
Nope.
Infestation. This looks like your type of game.
It looks like it, but I never heard of it.
Sim City. You ever play Sim City?
No, but is this the one that really sucked because EA did like a bunch of like always online mode and all that? Yeah, it is.
Nah, it would have been too early for that though. But I remember playing Sim City when I was in 6th grade in 1999.
Jeez, 6th grade.
Aliens talking about.
I was gonna buy that one. Thank God I didn't. It looks so cool too.
But apparently not enough to, or bad enough to make it on the worst games ever.
Oh, it sucked. It really did.
Rise to Hell Retribution, a Grand Theft Auto styled. Wasn't it LA Noir or Noir or something like that?
Noir, yeah.
GTA style as well. Double Dragon.
Damn.
Makes you wonder, like
2013, huh?
Fighter Within on the Kinect from Ubisoft.
Back then.
Assassin's Creed Unity. I thought the Assassin's Creed were all good.
So Unity was the first multiplayer one. So you play online with other assassins. That's why there's 4 of them on that cover.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the online didn't work very well. That's why
Dungeon Keeper. Oh my god, I don't even know what this is. A freemium. Sonic Boom, Rise of the Lyric. Like Sonic even got into the rhythm games.
I got it. Still no freaking Chow Garden.
Alone in the Dark.
I've heard of it.
All right.
There's your pro skater, bro.
Now this is the reason why I wanted to bring this whole list up, because this is one game that I own. And the sad part is I just bought it last week.
5?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wanted it because I have the entire Tony Hawk collection, except for I didn't have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 and I didn't have Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. And I obviously don't have 3 or 4 because spending $120 on a game didn't feel justified. But as soon as I opened it, I was looking into it, into the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 game. And this game was so bad that the moment I installed it, like it immediately went into like, you need to patch the game because the game was unusable without a patch.
Day 1 patch, baby.
And it just, but I did the patch and I was trying to play with it and I'm like, huh. Because I have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which is remastered. And that gaming, like it feels good. It feels authentic. It feels solid.
Yeah.
I still enjoy early 2000s Tony Hawk's better than Tony Hawk's the remake. But when I was looking at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, like the ground is like this, and like you can like the skateboard's like hovering on the ground, like it's not even touching the ground. Like the physics engine and whatever they did there, like
Really
I don't know.
Jeez.
But I'm the proud owner of one of these games, so I'm taking that as a win on my book.
Well, I own 2, and you have 1.
Umbrella Corps, never heard of it.
It's a spinoff of Resident Evil. I
had Resident Evil Code Veronica, and that was a game that I thought I was gonna play, but I never got into it.
There's a new Resident Evil coming out. It looks pretty good.
No Man's Sky was something I wanted to buy. I thought this game was good.
It is. When it first came out, it sucked. But when it came out again or over time, it was better. See, if you look at the bottom paragraph.
Several free major upgrades 8 years after the release, incorporating most of the missing features.
Yeah, it's really good now. People like it.
It's amazing. It takes 8 years after the game comes out to make it good.
Probably should have kept it in the oven a little longer.
Yeah, but then you end up with games like GTA 6.
That's true, but when it comes out,
it's gonna be worth it. All right, Battlefront 2. You had Battlefront 1, no?
Yeah, number 2, it sucked. I
thought this was you. That this was all you on Fallout.
No, I never owned Fallout 76. That's an online one. As soon as I was gonna get it, but as soon as it came out, it had really bad ratings. So I was like,
I had a couple of WWE ones. I had one with WWF still for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Smackdown. But I never got into the wrestling games after my early thing. All right. Oh, Cyberpunk 20. I own this one.
And it's a lot better now.
After it's been fixed.
I can't wait for the new anime series on Netflix for it.
Balan Wonderworld, never heard of this game. This does not look like an interesting game at all.
What the fuck is that?
I heard this was super bad, like super broken.
Came out for the Switch, right?
No, it came out for all the consoles, but it was like the remakes of all 3 games, but it was unplayable.
How many times did they remake it? I feel like they remade it a couple times.
But the part that I don't get is like, how the hell do you screw this up in 2021 when the game first came out 20 years before? Like, you're not reinventing the wheel here.
No, they already remastered it like 20 times.
Battlefield 2042. I thought this one was supposed to be a good one.
No, no, it sucked. There actually the new Battlefield 6 was just announced, and it looks really good.
The Lord of the Rings is still making games.
Yeah,
Probably a
but you play
problem.
as Golem.
The day before, nope, doesn't even have a picture.
That one.
Anyway, so I officially have 2 games on the list.
I have 2 as well.
All right, so we have four games. It makes you wonder though, like I don't know how to like. I feel like the potential for crappy games is so much greater now, because I
Oh yeah,
think almost, like, especially when you go look at Steam, like I feel like there's just so many games on Steam, and like not all of them are AAA titles.
yeah. It's really hard to find a good game unless you know the developer or there's a lot of hype behind it.
So I think what we're gonna have to do for a future episode, because we got to wrap this one up, is what makes a good video game. We'll ponder that for next time. So think about it. Between now and next week, what is your list of criteria of like what makes a good game? And we'll
Fortnite.
discuss it. We'll discuss it next week. For everybody else, make sure you hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and if you enjoyed this, make sure you let us know your most memorable moments down in the chat below. Thank you all. Subscribe, and we'll see you next week.